just as I mentioned, very happy to have you here. I currently do IT work in terms of creating websites, mobile apps, search engine optimization. That's basically one of my specialties. So if you have a website, it means that you have a website, but it's not being found or seen on the internet. So you have to optimize it in the search engine so the keywords that you're using for, that people are looking for to find your product, they're optimized to those keywords so people can actually find your site. You pull up on the first page of Google. If you're not on the first page of Google, it means that you're in the second, third, fourth, fifth page, and most people don't go beyond the first page, right? So you want to get to the first page. So there's strategies and techniques that I use in my business to get you to first page of Google for different keywords, right? So, you know, I also do what you call layout for the Jamaican Express. I work well with Mr. Maxwell. And I remember months and months and months ago when we came together to discuss Black Dollars Matter International, we realized it was a giant task that we were taking on our hands. You know, is this working? Testing. It's working? Oh, I like this, all right? It makes me feel better having my hand. We were taking on a huge, giant task on our hands, and we realized it wasn't easy. It was going to take a lot of patience, a lot of deliberation, a lot of courage, but we decided to launch out anyways. And we've been doing this now for a few months. And you know, a lot of people are still stuck with us, right? And what we realize is that we have a long way to go, right? But what we created is an environment, thanks to Toronto Plaza Hotel and those that have been coming to our meetings, where we can share our thoughts and ideas, and where we can network with each other. And we've had people come to us and say, listen, I've made money from the network meetings. I've been able to make connections with individuals from the network meetings. So we're creating a sense of community. I've met a lot of people I didn't know in the past that I now know, that I have as friends and acquaintances through the networking that we're doing. We have a lot of things to get into place, but the main thing that we need to do as a people is we want to concentrate on keeping money in our own communities. We make enough money. We make just as much money as the average person in society. The only problem that we're having is that we're not spending with ourselves, right? So the money's going out of our community, it's going to other networks rather than our own, and therefore the money's not circulating with our own community. So we have to find ways where we can keep the money in our community. So from the clothes you're wearing, to the shoes you're wearing, to the couch that you sit on, all those you got to start inspecting. Is there companies within my ethnic group that make those things that I can switch over and start giving them the money? Should I start putting FUBU shoes on my feet or FUBU line because they're black line, right?
That's right.
Rather than going buying somebody else's line. So we got to start inspecting. What we do is start having some loyalty to our people, because that's where the problem is. In the U.S., $1.1 trillion is what we spent in 2016, with estimation of spending $1.4 trillion by 2020. And so that's ninth. We would rank ninth as a country in the world. So the money is there, but it stays in our community for 6 hours. So we have to find ways and means of how to keep them in our community. Like in the Jewish community, money stays for like 21 days. Asian communities are almost 30 days, right? In your regular white Caucasian community, it's staying for about 19 days. But in our community, they say it stays 6 hours. So what is the problem? Number one, we need to identify where our business owners and entrepreneurs are located with services that we use every day, right? So that's number one thing. So by doing the networking and exchanging with each other, we know what we do and how we can benefit by interacting with each other, yes? Secondly, we have a directory that we've created on our website, Black Dollars Matter INT, which is short form for international, so blackdollarsmatterint.com, where you can actually list your business or services on the website. Has anybody tried to do that yet? Okay. You can list your business or services on the website. It's in alphabetical order, so that individuals that are going there can know where you are and what you have to offer the community, right? So that's how we started. So we want to create that network and that mindset. It's a mindset that, listen, I'm going to try harder to spend money with my own people. And then we want to encourage our business people to be able to have better business etiquette. So when we come in as our own people, treat us good. Let there be like, I have people complain that they don't get any respect when they walk into black businesses. They have complaints. We have to clean up our act as black business and black professionals so that we can better serve our own people, right? So these are some of the issues that we're having, and we want to overcome them. So we're looking for ideas, ways, means. People with the intelligence can help us carry those things out. Also, we want to build entrepreneurship in our community. We need our young people to start thinking as an entrepreneur, creating businesses rather than necessarily going to work for somebody else, right? So we want to create business. We're creators by nature. That's a part of who we are. So we want to create business, encourage them, and give them the tools necessary to get this thing done. So we are putting in place professionals that can help us from the inception of a business idea to sustaining a business.
Yes.
And we're putting these professionals in place one by one by one by one. Now we are a membership organization, so we will be asking individuals to take membership within Black Dogs Matter International so you can benefit from the things that we are bringing forward, right? But for now, what we're doing as we get those things together, we are networking, we are here, we're encouraging each other to keep coming out. You know, keep letting us know what you do, keep interacting with each other. That's how you build the unity and the trust. Without unity, nothing will work. Because as Dr. James, Professor Smalls, who was here, was it last week? Last weekend, I'm not sure who was here for that, but some of us were here, right, for that? And Professor Smalls did a great job in terms of delivering his message. And one of the things that he delivered to us was that we actually sat up with him in a room. Mark, you know, gave us the ability to go up to the room and sit and speak to him personally. And he said, we're fighting a war. And he's saying that if we lose the cultural war, it doesn't matter what we do economically or even politically.
That's right.
Because we've lost our culture, we just become what we call Black Europeans.
Yes.
And so what we have to do, one of the things we have to do, we have to get back to who and what we really are by nature. And we've been taking off it for so long. And one of the things they explain is that we're suffering from a shattered self-consciousness and a fragmented, right? Like a fragmented self-identity. That is actually a diagnosis of what our people are suffering from. Because of all the things that we've been put through. Shattered self-consciousness, fragmented self-identity. In other words, we're living in a state of amnesia. How many people know what amnesia is?
Yes.
Okay, amnesia is when you've knocked your head and you forget who you are. You have no idea. So imagine that you walk out of here, you knock your head, and you get up and you forget who you are. You have no idea, you don't know your name, nothing. You're like, who am I, where am I? You know nothing, right? And someone picks you up and says, okay, brushes you off, and tells you that your name is Joe, and takes you to a place where you live, and says, these are your kids, this is your wife. And you go, oh, really? Great. And you start living that life, right? And you're enjoying that life. You got a place now, you got, you know. But until you go and remember who you really are, until that memory comes back to you, you have no idea of your direction or where you're going. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you'd have to regain your memory, then you would know where you're going and what you're supposed to do. You know your connection to your past. So we have to learn about our past, because that will give us our connection and take us out of the state of amnesia. We have to remove the amnesia. And we're locked into amnesia, we have been for thousands of years now. The 400-year slavery that we had 400 years ago, 1600 AD, was just part of the amnesia. And it's a large part of it. But we need to go back and learn our history, our what they call prehistoric, prior to his history, to learn our history. You understand that? So it's very important that we pass this information on to our young, that we seek ways of learning our identity of who and what we really are, and our connection to each other as a people. You understand? Our true religious ways. And not those that were impressed on us over the last few hundred years. We have to be doing some research to unlock that. You have to be honest to want to find the truth, because it's covered. They didn't give us all the things that we need to know. You understand that? Right. So it's going to take some time to share that all with you. Let me give you an example. The number 9 was was a very powerful number to us. The number 9. Number 9 is one of the most powerful numbers in the entire universe, believe it or not, because it confirms itself. Right?
Yes.
Let me give you an example. If you take 9 plus 9, what do we have?
18.
18. And 8 plus 1 is what?
9.
Okay.
It's the only number.
And if you took 18 plus 18, what do you have? 36. And 3 plus 6 is? 9. If you take 36 plus 36, what do you have? 72. And 7 plus 2 is? 9. If you take 72 plus 72, what do you have? 144. And 1 plus 4 is? 9. If you take 144 plus 144, what do you have? 288. And 2 plus 8? 18. And 1 plus 8 is? 9. And if you took 288 plus 288, that's infinity. Everything that you do with 9 all the way up like that and keep adding, it turns all the way back into 9. Infinity. Why? We don't know that. We don't know anything about our number. We don't know anything about 9 ether. So these are things that we have to regain in memory. Now we will be having workshops. Right, within Black Dogs Matter International that will teach us these things. Why? Because it's not just a financial situation. We're in a situation because we've lost a lot. We're not unified. Because if we were unified, the money would come. We'd find ways to work it out, wouldn't we?
Yes.
So it's because of the lack of unity that's preventing us from doing everything else. So that's the real obstacle that we have to get over. So just thought I'd drop that in there, right? Now, we are going to have some people come and speak to us about a few different things, right? But one thing I want to mention to you that we have a financial instrument that's going to help us in our community to move forward, okay? If you remember many, many years ago, a lot of people got wealthy, not our community, of course,